Are you a little overwhelmed in PvP? Do you step up willingly into the fray but somehow just lose your head at the crucial moment? Do you have all the skills but just can't coalesce them into a perfect attack? Then why not join the Rebel Alliance? The Rebel Alliance, for people who can't quite get it right.
Good morning, Star Wars Galaxies. I'm Durgan Kale.
I'm Harrison, and for the unabridged version of my intro, go to www.me.com.
You can write your own intro this week, Issmir. Wait, I don't understand my intro, Durgan.
And thanks for joining us again. You're watching the Sunrunner Signal.
Chapter 7. The Rise of the the Arrival of High-End PvE.
Well, more or less, Chapter 7, which was received extremely well by the community by and large, focused on PvE content such as heroic encounters and the collection system. Although we were speculating just last month about how these additions would affect PvP, it almost seems like the greatest impact is that it's reduced PvP. There's just not as much going on now, is there?
Yeah.
I think that's an amen. Issmir, quick, get a new space tournament set up. Ace was up all night on Guitar Hero 3 and needs something worth playing.
That's right, folks. PvP on the ground is so dead that Ace playing guitar actually constitutes a new story. Now, this isn't too much of a problem because anyone who's clever realizes that ground PvP is always dead and quite dull. Space PvP is where it's at. And I would like to take this opportunity to announce the next Unbound Space tournament. Nemesis. However, Chapter 8 isn't out yet, and I just moved continents, and I have to settle in. So I'm not going to do that. But it is coming.
In any case, Chapter 7 did in fact come out on time, and without any serious game-breaking bugs. A few of the minor bugs that did exist have already been fixed. If I didn't know any better, I'd say we might be starting a trend for smooth sailing on chapter updates.
Well, unless you're a Beastmaster, in which case Chapter 7 did come out on time, and then the dev said, hey, good news guys, we're making this a lot easier and a lot more fun. Oh, just kidding. Psych.
In other news, pigs are flying, hell's freezing over, smuggers are becoming a viable class. Okay, maybe not, but developers are messing with the community on the forums now.
That's right. Over the last few weeks, starting just prior to the release of Chapter 7 and certainly leading into the announcement of Chapter 8, we've been seeing the developers taking a much more aggressive new stance in their posts. Not aggressive towards the players per se, but definitely strapping on a pair when it comes to trolling from the players. We've even had one dev recently suggesting that if people kept derailing his threads, he would change the code so that it would track them down, and every time they launched a gunship, their turrets would fire in random directions. There's also been a couple of new developers, of special note, Milbarge, who definitely projects one of the boys feel. So far so good. We want to be careful they don't take it too far. This attitude did backfire recently over the whole gunboat fiasco in the pilot forums. Generally though, it's a welcome change. It's nice to see the devs being treated as human beings, as opposed to, we work for Sony and we can't relate to you people. And with that, we go to our weatherman, Kungg. Now we've cheered him up, it's time to work on his elocution.
It's snowing on Mustafar. Hi, I'm the auto key writer. I can make Kungg say anything. If it goes on the teleprompter, Kung Fu will say it. Now the complete works of Shakespeare. Nay, 'twill be this hour ere I have done weeping. All the kind of the lances have this very fault. I have received my proportion, and like the prodigious son, I'm going with Sir Proteus to the Imperial's cloner. Wait, this is Shakespeare! I failed 9th grade because of Shakespeare. I hate this job, screw you guys! I'm gonna go get a beer!
The first question today, is it true that the Axpa Min instance is the hardest boss in the game?
Yeah, but only for 4 days a month. Next question.
Next question is, you guys make up most of the questions, don't you?
Yep, we can't trust you bastards to do anything right. Chocolate rain goes to Durgan for this thread, and thinking he'd actually get worthwhile responses from it. Now, we did have a runner-up for the GOTD, which was the All Saints store in London, which had the brilliant idea to suspend black mannequins with chains in their storefront windows. Thank goodness it wasn't in a town named Lynchburg or something.
Well, we did get one real question from that thread. This one's from Fiona. She says, so the devs got us all hyped up on the collection system, which in reality is the junk loot system rehashed, given pretty icons, and saying it's new content, something for us to do with our time. Not saying that the heroic encounters aren't new content, but some of us have already breezed through them. If this is what they consider new content, how do you think Chapter 8 is going to turn out besides handing us a new space area and a couple of ships for each of the 3 pilots? I'm not completely sure I agree with that, but what do you think?
Well, if Chapter 8 is going to be anything like Chapter 7, it's going to have heroic encounters, possibly, but they have also confirmed there's going to be space collections, which is cool.
And, honestly, I think all those things she mentioned do count as new content. The collection system isn't just a rehashed junk system. It really is its own thing. There's a lot to it. And it's the same with the heroic encounters. Those are brand new areas they've added to the game. If they add a new space zone, which we've heard some rumor about, and we do know that they are adding heroic encounters, a collection system, and several gunships, plus who knows what else they've got planned to throw in, I think that very much does count as new content. It's definitely chapter-worthy. In fact, we're probably going to end up making out better on the Chapter 8 as far as new content goes than we did in Chapter 7, if anything. But now for Issmir's segment. What have you got for us? What?
No, I'm not doing it. No, you guys don't respect me. I'm a big deal in this community. I'm one of the premier Docians. I'm practically canon. And all you guys do is shoot me in the face. Ace gets a theme song. He gets CGI. I don't get a theme song.
What theme song do you want?
Milkshake.
Seriously? Milkshake?
Milkshake. But it doesn't matter, because I ain't doing it this time, Empire Boy. I'm not falling for it. No, you guys, I work hard to bring serious, hard-hitting commentary and reviews and reports that are of great benefit to the server, the community, mankind in general. Now get the Weatherman to do it. Go on, see if he can come up with something as good. Go on.
I don't mind.
Shut up, Kungg.
Please?
Well, you promise not to shoot me in the face.
Well, okay.
Well, alright then. What I've got for you today is how to give without getting lockjaw.